I want to tell you a story, and this story begins with Isaac Jones. Isaac is the man, the champion, the one true hero. He's been with me through good times and bad, held his own against the rising tide of entomological horrors. He's helped me win some incredible battles, the kind where you think you're done, but you pull it back from the brink in those last moments. He's been party to some of my terrible tactical decisions as well, ones where an unforgivable lapse in concentration doomed the planet to a fate of insect dominion. A wealth of veteran pilots at your disposal, and yet I return time and time again to Isaac. The same Isaac. The one who saves the world and the one who makes a hasty temporal retreat from Armageddon. Not just for game-serving benefits, his presence allows you an additional reset per battle. Isaac is a comforting proxy, a reminder to always stay humble, lest your arrogance be your undoing. He's a nervous sort, you see, doesn't like to swim in his victories. He's always wary of the looming shadow of the future. A reluctant hero, never quite comfortable with the reality of being humanity's last hope, never quite bringing himself round to the idea of enjoying the adoration that comes with the territory. I've had this particular iteration of the humble scientist with me for over a dozen campaigns now, and when you spend so much time with the same person, you start to notice things. Little things. The everyday wear and tear of a life fully consumed by the fight. Not broadcast through mechanical exchange, a diminishing of statistical value, or a penalty for neglecting the other members of your team. No, this came through in subtle blink and miss moments, off-the-cuff remarks with no follow-up. Isaac is tired, so very tired, of fighting, of endlessly passing through the breach, of waking up to the same scenario with an almost negligible difference in outcomes. Because to him, win or lose, it doesn't matter. And in a very visceral way, it really doesn't. Victory or defeat, your pilots always activate breach protocols in their final moments. Whether the world is saved or handed over to the Vec, your pilots never get to bask in the spoils of war. They keep moving on, into new timelines, starting afresh in a crisis they are far too familiar with. Victory in Into the Breach is such a maudlin affair, and this haunting sub-narrative underlining it grants the game a pathos I was not expecting. Every action you take effectively dooms your crew to a purgatorial cycle, endlessly running the same gambits, with relief only in death. Your brave defenders are forced to take solace in the fact that the timelines they have saved have been given the gift of a future, even if it's one that they will never see. Whether an intentional piece of incredibly dark storytelling, or an accidental consequence of giving narrative justification to a game mechanic, Into the Breach made winning a bittersweet victory, a fleeting moment of joy before the struggle begins anew. Maybe one day I'll be able to save Isaac Jones from this vicious temporal cycle. Maybe there's a timeline where he gets stationed on one of the islands and we successfully deploy the Renfield bomb. I'd be condemning some other poor sod to the cycle, but at least I would be allowing Isaac to finally enjoy the future he has helped shape so many, many times before. But until then, once more into the breach, dear friend. Once more.